So this is actually the first time we're headed for the beach and on the bicycle. I'm not gonna wear this because we're outside, it's beautiful sunshine. Woohoo! There's a fantastic bike trail leading from downtown Cancun to the hotel zone where all the beaches are. But it's busy all the time. We're on a bike path that goes from the center of Cancun, more or less, all the way along to the beach or the hotel zone of Cancun. The tourist trap, I guess you could call it. This trail goes on for a full 10 kilometers, but after that it kind of just ends somewhere where you don't really need to go because it doesn't end at the beach. Well, we're in the hotel zone of probably most popular spot in Cancun. We're heading over there. Turn this camera around in a sec. There's access to the beach right beside the Coco Bongo that I'm kind of familiar with. I don't know what the beach is like today. Usually that one could be pretty crowded, but we'll see. To get to where we're trying to go, we have to push the bikes through a crowd, but it's okay. We're excited. We find this railing to lock up the bikes before we head down to the beach. But we never go too far away from those bikes because there are so many people here that you just never know. And yes, Barbara and I take turns swimming so that one of us can always stay close to our stuff. And like I said, keep an eye on the bikes. It's a little noisy here. That's the beach that's right behind the Coco Bongo. That's where they party all night. You pay a fee, you get open bar and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but for me that's not my thing. The Coco Bongo is very popular with tourists. One of the things I don't like is that guys always have to pay the full entry fee, while attractive women often get in for free. Combine that with alcohol, and it's a recipe for trouble. After a recent incident with someone on a jet ski shooting into the crowd, the beach is now well patrolled. My turn to go swimming. Happiness looks like that. That was the end of our beach excursion. Now we had to push our bikes back to the trail and then a 10-kilometer ride back to town, which definitely built up an appetite for a good supper. Water here.
So, what was your topic today while we're playing?
Well, I just wanted to talk about our experiences here besides the nice trip to the beach that I showed you in this video. Well, we had a good time yesterday, but there was something hanging over us that we had to deal with, and we just resolved it today. It was a big problem, and I don't want to reveal here who we're dealing with. It's a Canadian bank, one of the big three. That's all I'm going to say. Now get this. I told you in another video about the experience with my credit card. Well, they were supposed to mail a credit card by courier out to us here in Cancun because I screwed up, I admit. But what they did instead, they mailed it to Edmonton, to the house. It got there yesterday. We know because we have a house sitter.
Yeah.
That's not all. Have you heard of two-step verification? I have heard about it in other contexts, not really the online banking, because we've been traveling for years and always had the possibility to access our online banking through our computer as long as we have the password and the login and all that. And the other day I tried to log into my online banking and I was prompted to identify myself. The way it's done is they send a message to your phone, or they call your phone. Problem was, and it's partially my fault, I know that, because there were two phone numbers there. One of which was actually my cell phone number. The other one I didn't recognize. But I used to have a different cell phone about, it's more than 10 years ago. Could have been that one. Now this one was set up as my cell phone number. So it was the only one that allowed text messages. The one that I actually have with me and that works, provided I activate some roaming, which costs us here. That's Kudo is the provider. They have a deal where it costs you $13 a day, only if you're using it. So it's not unreasonable, but at the same time, it could get really expensive really fast. So trying to avoid that at all costs. But I turned on the roaming. That means just turned off the airplane mode. And then I was supposed to get a call with a verification number. It never came. So only thing left to do was to call that bank. And I kid you not, I was on hold for an hour and a half with a short interruption of talking to the wrong agent apparently for about 10 minutes. Then I got transferred, another half hour on hold.
There's so much stuff to wait for a whole day.
Yeah, we wasted half a day. No
Plus
kidding.
Money.
And well, eventually the problem was resolved, so it's good now. But when you go on a trip, probably it's a good idea to look into your online banking and all this before you go. Maybe call your bank, make sure that everything is set up so the way that it actually functions. You can even have two-step verification by email, except I cannot have that because my email is a Gmail.
Your email needs to be a professional email, so that's a tip.
All right. Well, I just wanted to talk about that because it is new to us. We haven't had these problems before, and we've done a lot of traveling just the same as now for months at a time, and we haven't come across that. So right now I'm kind of baffled by this, but I think we've got it under control. It's a big relief. And Barbara, you had some to add to that. Like you still had a problem that wasn't resolved, did you?
It got resolved.
Yeah.
It was a two-step process.
Same.
I couldn't access the code that they send to the phone because my phone is on airplane mode. I am not paying $13 per day per roaming for 2 months here.
Yeah.
In order to receive that code with the agent, it cost me $13 because guess what I had to do? I had to turn on Kudo and receive that code so that I could punch it in so that we could verify that my email address was in truth correct. And the tip that I just gave you is they will not take a Gmail or a Yahoo account or whatnot, so I used my business email. And now my two-step verification has my phone number and my professional email. So that's a tip for those of you that are traveling and don't want to be locked out of your account with a two-step verification.
Yeah, I might add that there's a way that you can, and she asked me for that, the lady who helped us, if you can get Mexican SIM card and or even probably a disposable phone with the a local phone number from here, you can actually contact the bank and set it up to work temporarily. However, I don't think I'm going to do that because to me all that means is that it's going to be another half day lost of time that we know what we're going to do, what we want to do here with our time, and it's not sitting in our room waiting on hold.
3 hours of us waiting to get through. We were on hold, and essentially this agent was really kind and put me through so that I didn't have to make the same phone call and spend another 2 hours on the phone waiting for an agent to get to me. So that was a plus. But the thing is, if you don't do these things when you travel, well, there's 3-4 hours that we could have been cycling today like we did yesterday. Freedom.
Yeah. So yeah, the banking is taking a big chunk out of our time here, and it's also taking money out of our pockets. And I'm putting a question to you guys, like perhaps if you're in Canada, or like, do you know of a very travel friendly Canadian bank? Because we are actually sort of considering switching it up a bit, because like I've been a customer at this particular bank for over 20 years. I was used to it because the service didn't bother me, but it's definitely all right, I was talking and the gimbal kind of shut down on me. No, I was asking if anyone knows of a very travel friendly Canadian bank that also has good customer service when you're at home, because I am seriously considering to switch up the bank even after 20 years of, hey there, we're using my gimbal here and I haven't got much experience with it, but it's actually working, except
it likes to just go over here.
I'm probably not the best at controlling it yet. Alright, that's enough for this video. Now it's focusing on Barbara.
No, I did.
Say something smart.
Like, yeah, it's focused on me. Isn't that smart? It's smart focus. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
It is all about me.
All right, well, thanks for watching and commenting, and I would like you as a subscriber, and if you give the video a thumbs up, you'll be my hero.